Hey, this is the first, hopefully not the last, episode of Digging Deeper with Nick Houslander. Basically, video series, we're going to have a couple of them. We're starting to move progression from audio to video. This is the first. What I'm going to be talking about today, obviously big news story, Manti Te'o, all that crap. How did this come about? And I know it's a story that they've told us, which is so ludicrous that it's going to make what I'm about to do, this is going to look completely plausible after you see it. But the whole Manti Te'o, I got duped, and he looks like he doesn't understand what 1 + 1 is when you see him like in an interview. Well, wait, he hasn't given an interview yet. Never mind. Anyways, how did this happen? How did he get hoaxed? How did we get hoaxed? Because is it possible? And nothing's come out yet about this, and I don't have anything technically to back up my sources, because, you know, just like ESPN, I talked to a person close to the situation, and this is what they told me. But, is it possible that maybe this was not just contrived by Manti Te'o and his unpronounceable friend, because I literally can't pronounce that name. Was this Ronana Tolapasapo? I'm purposely saying it wrong, but because you can't say it right. Because I think that name, that's actually the real hoax. That's not a real name. But is it possible that not only did these 3 young college students create this elaborate hoax that tricked the country? Is it maybe possible that the largest sports organization in the world devised this story because a Michigan State Notre Dame game, which was going to be watched by millions of people anyway, just didn't have enough zing to it? So that's what I'm proposing here, is that maybe ESPN, maybe that huge sports network came up with this story. And I'm going to go through real quick, this is how they did it. Okay, so we got Notre Dame versus Michigan State. You can read that, right? That makes sense. Notre Dame, Michigan State. Okay, what we got? We got big game to promote. Boom. Let's see. Last year, the last second drive, State should have won. They didn't. That's kind of what they do. Let's see. Big game last year. Yeah, that's a decent strategy. Where can we go from that? They both have big alumni, right? Yeah, that's good. I can see them now. They're like that. You know, that's good, but they're gonna watch anyway. So all right. Let's go somewhere else. What do we got? What sells everything? Human interest stories. Yes, that's what we need. Human interest stories. All right. What's big? Oh, that Te'o kid, man. He's having a good season so far. Maybe he could go for Heisman. We can talk about that too. Wait, his grandma died. Oh, that's fantastic. That is awesome. Oh man, his grandma died. Grandma died. Thank God. All right, here we go. His grandma died. Wait a second. I don't know about you guys. What is better than 1? 2. What if 2 people died? Like, holy crap. Like that, I don't think that's ever happened. 2 people died. Te'o, he's real popular, good-looking kid. Oh, he has a girlfriend, right? He has to have a girlfriend. Doesn't and if he doesn't, he has a girlfriend, you know, and with among other women. What if she died? And we're like, oh no, that's insane. That's insane. That's so stupid. No one's gonna buy that. But like, what if we get him? What if we get him to say that she died? Because he's already kind of distraught about his grandma dying, yet he's still playing the game. Oh, let's throw it past him. Let's see. Hey Te'o. What? What if your grandma died, right? Yeah. What if you had a girlfriend and she died too? How? I don't have a good... Dude, are you retarded? Your girlfriend died too. You're already distraught, so you can sell that. Just use that sadness and throw it on your girlfriend. Kind of just be like, and it's horrible, my girlfriend died too. I can do that. Do you think you can do it? Yeah. Okay. So you're going to do it? Yeah. All right, cool. We're going to set up an interview. So, 2 deaths. 2 deaths! Oh my God. And if you guys can win, which, for God's sakes, you're playing Michigan State in a humongous down year, win the friggin' game. Okay, we'll win. And then they went out and won. And he sold the story. And it was so huge. And it was so huge. And then Te'o, obviously, I mean, he's at Notre Dame. He has to be smart, right? You can't get into Notre Dame without being smart. That's the only way to get into that school. Like most college athletes, I mean, that's how you get into all these big schools. You have to be smart. I mean, you can't. It's not all about football. It's all about grades. Especially Heisman Trophy winners. I mean, it's all about grades. I mean, some athletic ability, but it's all grades. And then it sells, and it's huge. And then no one really, there's a couple people who are looking at it and be like, none of this really makes any sense, but they go perfect, 12-0, and it's like, oh my God, they went 12-0. Well, this is so great. And then Te'o finally gets a conscience and tells the advisors of Notre Dame, he's like, yo, I got hoaxed. Yeah, I got hoaxed. And the administrators are like, yeah, we don't. Why are you telling this? Why did you tell us this? Are you kidding me? And then they lose. They don't just lose. They lose like if, so many people talk about what if the best college team played the worst NFL team. That's what the national championship game was this year. It was a friggin' annihilation. So then, the day before, ESPN claims, well, we knew about it. Yeah, well, we didn't want to ruin the ratings, which they basically have come out and say, which is like, really? And that's amazing. You admit to that. But, and then this whole thing breaks. How does this happen? How does the biggest news organization in the world? Well, it's actually really easy. I made up a pie graph. This is where ESPN bases all their facts on. And once you see the pie graph, then you'll be like, oh, no wonder why they did this. Of course they did it. It all makes sense. This is ESPN. This is the bubble. ESPN. This is them. This is them. And I wrote it off in small writing over here, but it's easier to see in a pie graph because it's colorful, and I use different colored markers because people, react to stimuli and all that crap. 85% of ESPN, money. This isn't even like a big deal. Everyone knows this. It's money. This is how they came to this decision. They went, how can we get more people to watch the show? Which is not a game, it's a show. We'll throw all these stories at him, and everyone will be like, oh, and the women will be like, oh, that's so horrible. Oh, I hope he wins. We have to watch it now. So 85% money. That's ESPN right here. 7% of ESPN, self-idolization. Because that's pretty much all they do. You watch SportsCenter lately? You get on SportsCenter, you become a celebrity. Not really, but you think you become a celebrity, so you act like a celebrity, even though you're not a celebrity. But most people are celebrities nowadays. But if you're on ESPN, though, holy shit, big. Which 7% compared to 85 doesn't seem like much, but it's still a decent chunk. 4%, I'll give them props. They make funny commercials. They're hilarious. I still laugh. I think they're funny. Trey Wingo's a pretty funny guy. Funny commercials, like them. They're still funny. They use mascots. Nobody uses mascots like ESPN does. Then, there's 2 tiny baby little slices here. I'm going to give them 2% as the benefit of the doubt. And that is journalistic integrity and truth. There has to be a small amount of it on occasion, or else people wouldn't buy it completely. They can skewer it all the way, but it has to be kind of based on truth. Is Manti Te'o a real human being who plays for Notre Dame? That's true. There you go. That's the story. And he plays football. And so it worked out well. And people just believe anything now, so it actually makes complete sense. Journalistic integrity, they almost go hand in hand. You're supposed to actually look up stuff. I'll give them credit. Instead of journalistic integrity, it's just like journalistic cleverness, except you could just get rid of the journalistic part because that has nothing to do with ESPN. But for the most part, this 4% here, even though it equals the funny commercials, this is the stuff that still sells them because they're advertisements. So they use that. I think Rachel Nichols might still use this 2 and 2 right here. She probably is the only one. It's not surprising why Dan Patrick isn't there anymore. But after all is said and done, and this hasn't come out yet, I think it will. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Te'o really got hoaxed. And if that's the case, then damn, I I don't even want to say I feel bad for the kid, because it's just like, if he's that stupid and he made it through Notre Dame, like, and he's gonna graduate from Notre Dame. Like, if I graduated from Notre Dame, I would be really excited and like super proud of myself. But then again, I think maybe I'm too dumb to go to Notre Dame if Manti Te'o is this dumb to get duped by this crazy girlfriend hoax. So I guess there you have it. Well, that's the first episode of Digging Deeper with Nick. Hopefully you tune in, check out our Facebook page, check us out on Twitter, and hit us up to tell me if you liked it or not. If you hated it, awesome. If you liked it, I think that's better. I know most people on the internet like to hate. I like to love.